Hello viewers, Florence Juma here on Ebenezer Moment. Introducing Miniseries, a mini-series with the title of Prevention is Better. We have completed successfully our first season. Season 1 of Ebenezer Moments is under wrap, with videos that are available on our social media handles that you can watch at any time, at your own time and your own pace. But in the meantime, as we take a pause from those regular full-length episodes, we will have mini-series, short episodes, podcast style, looking at specific topics. Under this mini-series, the first mini-series, the topic that we'll look at, the title, will be Prevention is Better. Prevention is better. Under Prevention is Better, our first topic is suicide prevention. How do you prevent suicide? Someone may say that's a tall order, and indeed it is. How do you prevent suicide? It's not like people know when someone is having suicidal thoughts, contemplating suicide, going through depressive moments. Sometimes those are difficult moments that nobody wants to share with others. Doesn't matter how close their family or friends are, people don't share. Just this month of September 10th, is Suicide Prevention Day. And we gather as colleagues, as healthcare professionals, as peers, to have conversations, encourage conversations, and talk about ways to prevent suicide, but also to reflect on what people we know, some people we know that have died by suicide, and celebrate the lives they lived. Focus more on how they lived, the life they lived, the memories they shared, the love they shared, and less on how they died. But also inspire each other to know that there are other ways to address challenges, to have conversations, to create awareness when we are going through those difficult moments that make suicide look like the best option out of a situation. A wise person once said that suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. We gather to inspire each other to explore other temporary better options that can address our problems, so that suicide is not the one and only, or even doesn't make list of the multiple options. Talk about prevention is better than cure. Health science has developed so much. Medical science has developed so much that there are multiple treatments that have been developed that to prevent certain illnesses. But what kind of treatment can we come up with to prevent suicide? I grew up in the city, spent most of my time in the city. I went to school in the city. When we had the long, prolonged school holiday, our family, my siblings and my dad, would travel to the countryside, to the farm, to spend time there as a family. My dad would take vacation from work. My other siblings who went to boarding schools in different parts of the country would also, all of us, come together and congregate right there in the farm. My mom, who was an entrepreneur, business person, operating predominantly from the farm, the rural farm, but also flexibly traveling back and forth the city and the countryside as she did her business, will scale down her business, her work, to make quality time, make time and spend with family. Those were opportunities to develop certain skills, enjoy farm fresh produce, help in the farm, and just learn what it is like to live and thrive and make life in the countryside. One thing that my dad practiced was, as soon as we arrived in the village, coming from the city, he will carry a bottle of water, a bottle of fresh drinking water from the city. Upon arrival, he'll take some soil from the ground on our village home, put it in that water, and we all had to take a dose of that water, 3 tablespoons. That was his immunization for us, to spend time in the village and be immunized against the illnesses, dominant illnesses. We called that the bush doctor. We couldn't fight that. We did not like the experience of taking that dirty water. But he insisted. Anyone who arrived, had to take a sip of the dirty water, fresh water from the city with soil from the ground in the village. We all had to drink it as immunization. That was his approach to immunization. How do we immunize communities, individuals, people against, to prevent suicide? I invite your feedback. This will be podcast style mini-series where I engage with viewers. We inspire each other. We increase our knowledge. We explore options together. And the first one will be under this title of Prevention is Better. How do we prevent against suicide? Suicide prevention. I invite your feedback. Engage us on our social media handles. We'll come back and we'll have conversations together and increase our knowledge, inspire each other, and guard ourselves. Equip ourselves when that time comes for other options we can explore in addressing those challenging moments. I leave you with a scripture from Proverbs 4:23. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Welcome, viewers. Engage, send your questions, put in your feedback on the comment section, and we'll come back and discuss this together. Find options together in ways that we can inspire each other to desire living and find options and solutions to our challenging problems and be each other's keeper. Wishing you a gentle week. Ebenezer.